In Maharashtra, many people believe in Warkari culture. They touch each other's feet and take good wishes from them. They never see whether the person in front of them is younger in age or elder in age. They just respect that person and seek good wishes from everyone. Maharashtra is the third largest state of India. It has a long history of Marathi sense of Warkari religious movements such as Dhaneshwar, Namdev, Chokha Eknath and Tukaram, which forms the one of the bases of culture of Maharashtra or Marathi culture. The Maharashtra had huge influence over the India in 17th century king Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj of Maratha Empire and his concept of Hindvi Swarajya, which translate to the self-rule of people. The state of Maharashtra spans multiple cultures which includes cultures related to Hindus, Muslim, Buddhist, Sikh, Christians, etc. Lord Ganesha, Maruti, Mahadev in the form of Shivling, Khandova, Devi and Lord Vitthal are some of the deities worshipped by the Hindus of Maharashtra. For me, Maharashtra is like mini India because it is not possible for each one of us to visit the different states of India to see their culture and traditions. In Maharashtra, almost all kind of religious diversities are found like Gujarat, South India, Parsis and many more. So in Maharashtra, almost every cultural festival is celebrated. Like every state has its specialty, similarity Maharashtra too. When we talk about Maharashtra, how can we forget about Maharashtrian people? Whenever any festival arrive, they wear different and colorful traditional costumes like women wear Nawari sari. And speaking of the food they make, Puran Podi, their ethnic food dish, and there are even variations in dance and music. There are even very peaceful religious places which one must visit like Shirdi, Bhima Shankar Temple, Siddhivinayak Temple, Haji Ali and many more. Maharashtra consists of 6 administrative divisions which are followed as Amravati, Aurangabad, Konkan, Nagpur, Nasik, Pune. The state's 6 divisions are further divided into 36 districts, 109 subdivisions, and 357 talukas. Each has its own cultural identity in the form of different dialects of Marathi language, folk songs, food, and ethnicity. Religion in Maharashtra is characterized by the diversities of religious beliefs and practices. Maharashtra possesses 6 of the world's major religions, namely Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity, and Sikhism. According to the 2011 census, Hinduism was the principal religion of the state at 79.8% of the total population, while Muslim constituted 11.5% of the total population. Maharashtra has the India's largest Buddhist and Jain population. Buddhism accounted for 6% in Maharashtra's total population with 6.53 million followers, which is 77% of all Buddhists in India. Sikh, Christians and Jains constituted 0.2%, 1% and 1.2% of population respectively. Caste and communities. The Marathi people forms an ethnologistic group that is distinct from other in terms of its language, history, culture, and religious practices, social structure, literature, and art. The traditional caste hierarchy was headed by the Brahmin caste, the Saraswat, Deshasthas, Chittapavans, Karhade, and the Chandrasenia Kayastha Prabhu. In Mumbai, during British rule, this includes the Pathare Prabhu committee. As per a census, the upper caste, Marathi Brahmins, Saraswat Brahmins, Prabhu were only about 4% of population. The Marathas were 32% of western Maharashtra and the Kunbis were 7%, whereas the other backward classes population other than Kunbi was 27%. The other castes in the intermediate category includes Lingayats, who came from North Karnataka and settled in South Maharashtra, Gujars and Rajputs, who migrated centuries ago to Maharashtra from northern India and settled in the North Maharashtra. The population of Mahars was 8%. Majority of Marathi Hindus belongs either to the cultivator class or one of the former village servants Bara Balutedar, which includes Lohar, ironsmith, sutar, carpenters, mali, foresters or gardeners, kurav, kumbhar, potters, sonar, goldsmith, chambhar, matang, kodi, fishermen or water carriers. The Mahars were the one of the Balutedars but adopted Buddhism in 1950s. Some of the other Marathi castes are Agri, a committee from the coastal region of Mumbai, Bhandari, traditional extractors of tadi from palm tree, Bhoi, traditionally a people carrier committee employed by the rulers, Dhangar, traditionally a nomadic shepherd caste, Parit, traditionally washing clothes and agriculture, Dhobi, traditionally washing clothes, Leva Patil, migrated from the ancient Lahore in the Punjab to Gujarat and finally to Maharashtra region. They claim to be the descendants of Lord Rama, son Lava, who established Lahore, Lavapuri. The committee is mainly based in Jadgaon district. Somvanshi Kshatriyas Pathare, a Kshatriyas caste settled in Maharashtra during 30th century. Ramovanshi, soldiers and watchmen under Peshwa. Lifestyle. The people of Maharashtra have a rich traditional heritage. Maharashtrians have a very simple lifestyle and believe in hard work. The Marathas of the state do not believe in having too many spacious places and mansions. In the fact, these peoples have lived a hard life and were inclined towards freedom struggle. The rustic life of the people can also be observed in the country side of state, where people have a belief on universal cult of brotherhood, where the people of all religion live as a one community. A place where the revered sons like Sai Baba, Osho and Haji Ali preach the religion of peace and prosperity. The people of the state wear different colorful types of costumes and there is variations in dance and music according to the people's specific localities. Dance forms like Povada, Banjara Holi, Lavani dance and Kodi are popular in Maharashtra. Mahatma Gandhi on cultural heritage. It stands for the synthesis of the different cultures that have come to stay in India, that have influenced Indian life, and that in their return have themselves been influenced by the spirit of soil. This synthesis will naturally be of the spirit of soil. This synthesis will naturally be of Swadeshi type.
where each culture is assured its legitimate place and not of the American pattern where one dominant culture absorbs the rest and where the aim is not towards harmony but towards an artificial and forced unity. Clothing. The traditional clothes for Maharashtrian male include dhoti, also known as dhotar, and a feta turban, while a chodi and a 9-yard sari, locally known as Nawari sari or lugda, is for women. Traditional clothing is famous in rural areas, while traditional people from cities also wear this clothing. These clothes are worn by Maharashtrian while during various festivals. Sports is an important part of culture of Maharashtra. Kabaddi, hockey, kho-kho, badminton, cricket and table tennis are the popular sports of Maharashtra. The sporting activities in Maharashtra are governed by the Commissionerate of Sports and Youth Service Pune. The wrestling championship like Hind Kesari, Maharashtra Kesari are very popular in the rural region of Maharashtra. The cricket craze can be seen throughout Maharashtra as it is the most widely followed and played sport. The Maharashtra has produced many iconic cricketers to India like Sachin Tendulkar and Sunil Gavaskar. Children games include Gilli Danda and Pakda Pakdi are also played in Maharashtra. Now let us talk about few NCC cadets who are now a world best shooters. First, it is Anjali Bhagat. Anjali Bhagwat is a professional Indian shooter. She became the world number 1 in 10-meter air rifle in 2002. She won her first World Cup final in Milan in 2003 with a score of 399 out of 400. Her first brush with shooting occurred during her stint as a cadet in the National Cadet Corps, a student of Judo Karate and Advanced Mountaineering. Bhagwat was very much attracted toward NCC. She joined Kirti College in Mumbai mainly to its close affinity with the NCC. As a part of her curriculum, she got into MRA, Maharashtra Rifle Association. She started shooting at the age of 21 and within 7 days of holding a gun, she took part in national championships of 1988, winning a silver medal of Maharashtra in the process. Second is Dipali Deshpande. Dipali Deshpande is an Indian sports shooter. She won a silver medal in rifle shooting at 2004 Asian Shooting Championships like Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and was selected to compete for India at 2004 Summer Olympics, finishing 19th in the fire 3 position. In the rifle 3 positions, Deshpande qualified for Indian squad along with her comparator Anjali Bhagwat in the women's 50-meter rifle 3rd positions at 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens. I am feeling proud about sharing the experience of I am feeling very proud to share about such great NCC cadets. Languages. According to census, languages in Maharashtra are followed as Marathi 68.84%, Hindi 9.70%, Urdu 6.71%, Gujarati 2.06%, Khandesi 1.14%, Banjari 1.14%, Bhili 1.08% and others 9.03%. The official language is Marathi. Although different regions have their own dialects, it is the native Maharashtra state and its main language. Over 83.1 million people speak Marathi, making it the third most spoken language in India and 10th most spoken native language in world. English is also spoken in Maharashtra, mostly in the urban areas. Spoken Marathi language varies by the district, area or locality in its tone and a few words. Konkani, Kannada, Tulu and Gujarati are also spoken in some areas. Other major dialects include Varhadi, spoken in Vidarbha region, and Dangi, spoken near Maharashtra Gujarat border. According to the Economic Survey of Maharashtra 2008-2009, the percentage of the state's population that names Marathi as its mother tongue has declined to 68.8% from 76.5% over the past 3 decades. While there has been a sharp rise in Hindi speaking population, 11% from 5% in the same period. Some of the heritage sites of Maharashtra are Ajanta and Ellora Caves, Gateway of India, Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, Aga Khan Palace, Shaniwar Wada, Elephanta Caves, Raigad Fort, Tikona Fort, Bibi Ka Maqbara and many more. Let us talk about them in few details. Ajanta and Ellora Caves. Ajanta Caves, a group of Buddhist caves. They are situated near the Jadgaon district in Maharashtra. These are a group of monastic caves which house several Buddhist monks and learners. The number of caves that exist today are 30, which includes two groups, one constructed earlier during the Sattavan period and other group cut out later in the Vakataka period. Interesting fact about Ajanta caves is that these remained hidden from the world until they were found by a British officer in year 1819. These caves were declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO in the year 1983. Ellora Caves. Ellora Caves are a group of Hindu, Buddhist and Jain rock cut caves also located in the Indian state of Maharashtra near Mumbai. Unlike Ajanta caves, these have always remained accessible to human beings. Number of caves in the Ellora group are 34, out of which 12 are Buddhist, 17 are Hindus and 5 are Jain caves. Some of the Hindu caves have been constructed at the earliest as compared to the other groups. Striking feature of this cave include a 15-meter tall statue of Lord Buddha. This statue is situated in cave number 10, that is there in the Buddhist group of cave. Also, one more architecturally celebrated feature is the Kailashnath temple, which is there in the Hindu group of caves. This temple was cut out of a great boulder and was for some time covered with the white plaster to perfectly resemble Mount Kailash, the home of Lord Shiva. These caves were declared as World Heritage Site in 1983 when the first round of recognition was done by the UNESCO in India. The Gateway of India. Location Kolaba, South Mumbai. Famous for Indo-Saracenic style of architecture. The structural design of Gateway of India is constituted of a large arc with a height of 26 meters. The monument is built in yellow basalt and indissoluble concrete. The structural plan of Gateway of India is designed in the Indo-Saracenic style. The monument is structured in such a way that one can witness the large expanse of the blue blanket right ahead, welcoming and sending of the ships and visitors. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, also known as former names Mumbai Victoria Terminus until 1996 and Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus until 2017 is a historic terminal train station and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Mumbai. The terminus was designed by the British-born architectural engineer Frederick William Stephen in an exuberant Italian Gothic style. Its construction began in 1878 in a location of the old Moribunda railway station and was completed in 1887, the year marking 50 years of Queen Victoria's rule. The station name was changed to Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus in March 1996 to honor Shivaji, the 17th century founder of Maratha Empire, whose name is often preceded by Chhatrapati, a royal title. In 2017, the station was again renamed by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, where Maharaj is also a royal title. Elephanta Caves. Elephanta Caves are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a location of caves and a collection of cave temples predominantly dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. Elephanta Caves contain rock-cut stone sculpture that shows syncretism of Hindu and Buddhist idea and iconography. These caves are hewn from the solid basalt rock. Except for a few exceptions, much of the artwork is defeated and damaged. The main temple orientation as well as the relative location of the other temples are placed in mandala pattern. The carving narrate Hindu mythologies with the large monolithic 20 feet Trimurti Sadashiva, three-faced Shiva, Nataraj, Lord of Dance, and Yogeshwara, Lord of Yoga, being the most celebrated. Next is the symbol of remembrance. Bibi ka Maqbara is most indistinguishable from other moments of love and its inspiration, the Taj Mahal. It might be a derivative of Taj, but the stand proud as an expression of a son's love for his mother and has its own rendering evocation. Also called the Tomb of Lady, Bibi ka Maqbara was designed by Ataullah, the son of Ahmad Lahori, the architect of Taj Mahal, which explains its appearance heavily based on prime marble. Now, the festivals in Maharashtra. The rich and vibrant festivals of India are a testimony to our diverse tradition and culture. Festival in India revolve around the Lord's birthday, traditional myths, seasonal changes, relationships, and much more. Some of the famous festivals of Maharashtra are: first, Nag Panchami, an important festival in Maharashtra. Nag Panchami is celebrated in the honor of the snake god Sheshnag on the 50th day of the holy month of Shravan. Snake worship is important ritual in India, and on this festival cobras made of clays are venerated in homes. It is mainly celebrated for the two reasons. Firstly, the abode of the Nags forms the bottom of the Patal Lok, and blessings of the Nags are sought for the well-being of the family. Second, the Nags keep the crops safe from rats and rodents, and so the farmer pray the Nag Devta and offer their thanks. People make offering of sweets and milk to the snake deity. Krishna Janmashtami or Gokulashtami. The birthday of Krishna is celebrated with great fervor all over India on the 8th day of second fortnight of the month Shravan, usually in the month of August. In Maharashtra, Gokulashtami is synonymous with the ceremony of Dahi Handi. This is a reattachment of Krishna's effort to steal butter from a matka suspended from the ceiling. Large earthen pots filled with milk, curd, butter, honey, fruits, etc. are suspended at a height of between 20 and 40 feet in the streets. Teams of young men and boys come forward to claim this prize. They construct a human pyramid by standing on each other's shoulders until the pyramid is tall enough to enable the topmost person to reach the pot and claim the content after breaking it. Currency notes are often tied to the rope by which the pot is suspended. The prize money is distributed among those who participated in the pyramid building. The Dahi Handi draws a huge crowd. They support the team by trying to grab these pots by chanting Govinda Ala Re Ala. Ganesh Chaturthi. Lord Ganesha, the deity of wisdom, is the most loved in Maharashtra, and Ganesh Chaturthi is celebrated with the most grandeur. In August, preparations for the auspicious day when the Lord Ganesha was born begin with a great enthusiasm. It is an 11-day festival beginning with the installation of beautiful sculpted Ganesh idols in homes and large pandals, colorfully decorated as abducting religious and cultural themes. Let us have a look on Ganesh Chaturthi celebration.
देव बाप्पा तू आलास केव्हापासून आम्ही तुझी वाट पाहतोय
तुझा हे जीवन वाहू दे मायेची आग तू माऊली तुझी दया
Navratri. This festival starts on the first day of Hindu month of Ashwin. The 9-day festival of Durga culminates in the Vijayadashami. People also exchange leaves of apti trees as a symbol of gold. During Navratri, women and girls hold Bhandola, a singing party in honor of goddess. Some families also observe Navratri in spring season. In addition to Navratri observed in winter, traditionally star needs to be consulted before starting a new project on this day. Shiv Jayanti, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj birthday anniversary. Shiv Jayanti is the birth anniversary of great Maratha ruler Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Jayanti is celebrated every year on February 19 with much pomp and fervor. In the entire state of Maharashtra, Shivaji Maharaj was born on February 19, 1630 in Shivneri Fort. Shivaji Jayanti is celebrated on a grand scale in the state of Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj is considered as the greatest Maratha ruler who carved an enclave from declining Haldi Shahil Sultanate of Bijapur that became the start of the Maratha Empire. At the young age of 16, Shivaji Maharaj seized the Toma fort, and at the age of 17 has seized the Raigad and Kondana fort. Shivaji Maharaj, as he is popularly known, was named Shivaji Bhonsle and was a member of Bhonsle Maratha clan. He was also known for his courage and intelligence. He laid the foundation of a Hindu empire which lasted for over 2 centuries before the British took over. Some more festivals are Guri Padwa, the harvest festival of Maharashtra, Narali Purnima, Makar Sankranti, Bahu Beej, Ellora festivals, Pola, Guru Purnima, Mahashivratri and many more. At last, I will conclude as culture is the name for what people are interested in, their thoughts, their models, the book they read, and the speeches they hear. The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. Thank you.